friends, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Relly. I am a queer disabled YA author and I have a super exciting video today. This just arrived at my door. It's my book. My book that I've been working on for 4.5 years that is coming out next month. I'm like, my heart is like pounding out of my chest. I feel like I'm not prepared to open this, even though I've been sitting here waiting for the delivery person to show up at the house. I'm nervous. I'm so nervous. Okay, I'm gonna keep my eyes closed. I'm gonna put down the box. I'm going to, I don't know what's the front and back. Hopefully this is the front. It should be. Yeah. It's so cute. This is my book, guys. Is this real life? Like, is this actually real life that this is my book? I feel like I should be crying, but at the same time, like, I don't know. I'm just like, I'm in panic mode for some reason. Let me give you a closer look. That's my book. It's a real book with pages. I'm so excited. It's skinnier than I thought it was gonna be. It's not a super long book by any means. It is, the actual content of the book is 257 pages. Yeah, so it's definitely a bit skinnier than I was expecting, but I love the font I picked. The cream pages look great. I definitely want to go through like every single page. I'm not going to read it, but I want to look at every single page and make sure that everything looks good. I did catch something when I was flipping a minute ago. I didn't have a plan for this video at all. Sorry. You can probably tell that right here. So there is, I have, I don't want to show you too close, but there are passages in here that are written like text, like someone hand wrote them. And I don't know how I didn't catch this in the original proof, but this one, the last line of it is on the front of this page. And then the person's name is right here at the top, like their signature of the letter, you know? So I think I might have to do something about that because that doesn't look the greatest. So I definitely want to check like those things that were harder to check on the e-proof. But otherwise this looks really good. Like the printing quality looks great. All the text is super crisp and pigmented. I'm not seeing any issues with like ink smears or anything like that. Yeah, this is looking really good. I can't believe this is my book in my hands. Sorry, I was like, I wanted to make this like a fun, exciting, interesting video, but like I literally don't know what to say right now. I do feel like the front of the cover is not super sharp. The back looks okay, but the front just feels like it doesn't pull up on video like it does in person. It feels like it's just like, it should be a hair more crisp. And my spine is slightly off. It's not fully centered. It's like a little bit closer to the top than it is to the bottom. So I might just send a quick message to my cover designer with some pictures and just see if there's anything he can do. Yeah, because like my publisher logo is like way over here. If you can see that, it's like way off center. So I will send a quick note to my cover designer and see if he can tweak that just a little bit so that it lines up a bit better. And is maybe just like slightly crisper on the front. The back looks good. All the text and everything is crisp. It's the actual like graphics. This is super exciting. I'm kind of like speechless at the same time feeling like I should be reacting a certain way and not. I'm also realizing, looking at this like physically, how short my chapters are. And I knew they were short because my 257 page book is 36 chapters. So I knew they were short, but some of them are like a page. So that's kind of funny, the things that you don't notice until you're actually holding it physically. That's really funny. Yes, so that's my book. It's here. I wanted to film a quick like unboxing, and maybe I will pop back in a couple days after I've let it marinate and spoken to my cover designer and give you a little update. But yeah, this is like, this is wild. It's a real thing. My book exists. So I believe this is like part 2 to unboxing my book for the first time. This is the first time I had ever seen it in actual book format and held it in my hands. Super exciting. I was having a lot of feelings in that video. Number one being just like nerves. I think because this is something that I've waited for decades. So it was kind of, there was a lot of buildup, and I was trying to mitigate like not being too excited in case it didn't look great, but you know, also being excited and overlooking anything that maybe needed tweaking. Anyway, it was just a lot. So it may have come across in a way that seemed like I wasn't as excited as I should have been. All of that to say, I was very excited to open my book. And after I got over like the initial shock that I actually filmed and the fact that there are a couple things that need tweaking and weren't perfect, after I processed those emotions off camera, I was actually really excited, and I got my kiddo to take some photos for me so that I could post like a selfie of me with the book and all the things. And yeah, the excitement kind of came around after that. So that was sort of my journey with unboxing my book for the first time. And I do want to share that I do love it. As I said, I did reach out to my cover designer to make a couple little tweaks for me. I have not got those back yet. I'm not super stressed about the timeline yet because I had allotted myself this entire week to do a final proofread in the physical copy. And because I got it early, like 5 days earlier, I think, than I was anticipating, I've actually had extra time, which is good because that means I can take it a little bit slower. The last round of proofreads that I did when I was doing it like on the Kobo and with the computer in tandem, I was really rushing it because I had fallen behind the timeline that I wanted to be on, and then I was rushing it. I think I'm now trapped in this place where, because my imposter syndrome has been so high, every time I read this book, I'm just wanting to make it better. And I know that at some point you have to stop that, right? Like at some point you have to decide, okay, I'm gonna publish it and I'm gonna upload the files. And while I did do that already, now because I have to do this final proofread, I'm now catching a few things where I could like swap a word here or make things tighter. So I think for me, in terms of moving forward, I will be satisfied when I finish this proofread because I'm taking my time and reading it physically and really getting that full reader experience. As I'm filming this, it is Tuesday the 15th. This video is supposed to go up in 1 hour and 15 minutes. Yep, here I am again. Yep. Are you sensing a pattern? So I am currently doing my final proofread. I have done 100 pages. I have 157 to go. So that is pretty good. I still have the rest of the week to get it done. I am assuming I will have my updated cover files by Friday, hopefully, fingers crossed. And then I can get everything re-uploaded, hopefully get it approved by the end of the weekend, and order in another copy to ship out on Monday. And then I will have my like physical copy, hopefully, that is perfect. And yeah, that'll be very exciting. So in terms of an update on everything else in my publishing world right now, a lot of my pre-order links are up. I haven't shared them yet because I was waiting for them all to be up. And I also wanted to get to my local bookstore and try and get them to order it in and make sure that everything was okay on their end for doing that before I tell anybody, yeah, go to your local bookstore and ask for them to order it in, because if it's not showing up right, or if the discount isn't right, or whatever the case may be, I don't want you guys to be dealing with that at a local bookstore. And it's actually good that I've waited, because the process with Indigo to get your paperback up is that you have to actually reach out to their like new author department, which I didn't know and Ingram did not say anywhere. They said that they distribute to Indigo. I assumed that meant both the ebook and the paperback, but that's actually not how Indigo works. So I've been in contact with that department, and they were actually saying that my discount is not showing up correctly on their end. So I've now been in touch with Ingram, and I am now seeing why some people have said that dealing with Ingram is difficult. I am having that issue with my discount. I'm also having an issue that the books are showing on Amazon, both the paperback and the ebook or Kindle version. The Kindle version has been available to pre-order for weeks. It was the first thing that went live. The paperback version has been up for probably a week and a half at this point, and it still just says unavailable. There's no pre-order on it. And I spoke to Ingram, and they said that's like an Amazon thing. They have to choose whether to turn it on when the book gets distributed there. So then I spoke to Amazon, and they said because it's distributed by Ingram and like privacy controls and whatever, they have no access to change any settings on my books. So then I went back to Ingram, and then Ingram said that, you know, over the 6-week period of when everything is getting distributed, things might go live and then not go live, and, you know, a title may disappear, or, and I was like, what? So they were basically saying that within those 6 weeks, all sorts of random things can happen and not to worry. And I was like, okay, but the whole point of me uploading the book well in advance of my publication date was so that there would be pre-orders available everywhere, which I don't think anyone is understanding. If that's the case, that it really takes 6 weeks for everything to be properly distributed everywhere and all the metadata to be correct and everything to be working right, then shouldn't you tell people that in advance? It does say on the website it can take 2 to 6 weeks for books to be distributed. But if my book has already been on the website for weeks, why would anything still be changing on the back end? Do you know what I mean? Like, it just seems very like nobody knows how the system actually works, and it's really frustrating. So I apologize to all the authors who have said that they have issues with Ingram Spark. And in my first video, I was like, oh, everything's been great. Like, I've loved working with Ingram Spark. I get it now. So I don't know what's gonna happen there. Amazon might not have a paperback pre-order before my release date. I'm not sure. Indigo may not be able to order the books in time for release day if the discount doesn't correctly update. Indie stores may not be able to order the books in before the release date if the discount doesn't update properly in time. So I'm frustrated. I want to be sharing my pre-order links because every time I post anything about the book on my social media, especially on my like personal Facebook, everyone's like, where can I get the book? Like, can I go to this place and get it? I don't want to buy from Amazon. Where can I get it from? So like, I want to be able to share the links or say, you can go to your local indie and order it in. And I can't do that yet, and it's really frustrating. So I guess, again, this is a learning experience for me for my next book, that I need to make sure, I guess, that it's uploaded like 10 weeks in advance so that I have time to do my proofreads and get it shipped to me and make changes and get it shipped to me all by the time that 6-week window is done, and still be able to have a 1-month pre-order. Does that make sense? So yeah, I guess I need to upload it at least 10 weeks in advance to be able to have a month-long pre-order window. So I know that for next time, which means I should start planning my calendar backwards for my next book so that I can stay on track. Anyway, I think that's my video for today. I just wanted to, you know, catch up after that unboxing content in case anybody was like worried about my reaction. I haven't watched it back yet, so maybe it's not as bad as I was thinking it was, but I definitely feel like I wasn't as excited as I anticipated being, and definitely wasn't as excited as I've seen other people be when they open their book. But it's overwhelming. It's like a decades-long dream coming true, but I'm very excited. There's a badge for that. Comes out next month. I hope you enjoyed. Hopefully my unboxing was a little bit more exciting and happy than I'm remembering that it was last week. And I will catch you in the next one. Thanks, friends.